What is the basic structure of a smart contract? Let's find out. When we create a contract, we know that it should have variables, functions, a constructor, also the events, some enums, modifiers, and at the top of our file, the SPDX license, the Pragma declaration, the imports, and maybe some error handling. Trust in smart contracts can be better established if their source code is available, since making source code available always touches on legal problems with regards to copyright. Solidity compiler encourages the use of machine-readable SPDX file license identifiers. Every source file should start with a comment indicating its license. The comment is recognized by the compiler anywhere in the file at the file level, but it is recommended to put it at the top of the file. Next, the Pragma Keyword is used to enable certain compiler features or checks. Source files can and should be annotated with a version Pragma to reject compilation with future compiler versions that might introduce incompatible changes. We try to keep this to an absolute minimum and introduce them in a way that changes in semantics also require changes in the syntax, but this is not always possible. Next we have the imports. The file name part is called an import path. This statement imports all global symbols from file name. It is recommended to import specific symbols explicitly. For our example, we will just use this import from OpenZeppelin. Now let's jump to our contract. Contracts in Solidity are similar to classes in object-oriented languages. Each contract can contain declarations of state variables, function, modifiers, events, errors, struct, types, enums. Contracts can also inherit from other contracts. There are also special kinds of contracts like libraries or interfaces. Is ERC20 tells us that the contract MyToken inherits functionality from another contract called ERC20. Variables. We will study variable types in other videos. I'll just mention some types in here without being too specific. These are some types of variables that we can use. We have a special type of variable down here, the state, general state. Enums can be used to create custom types with a finite set of constant values. We can also have struct types. Structs are custom defined types that can group several variables. We will not use it in this contract, I'll just comment it. Now, we have our contract, we have variables, we should have a constructor. The constructor is a special type of function. The contract is created when the contract is deployed. So in this case, the token name variable will be assigned to the received name in the constructor parameters. The same for token symbol. We will set the owner, we will mint this amount of tokens, and we will set the general state to state created. Now that we have our constructor, we will create the functions. A function is a group of reusable code which can be called anywhere in our program. This eliminates the need of writing the same code again and again. It helps programmers in writing modular code. Functions allow a programmer to divide a big program into a number of small and manageable functions. In this transfer function, we see that it is public. This override is here because it overrides a function defined in the ERC20. That means that we are reusing the function. This only seller is a modifier. What is a modifier? The modifier can be seen as a part of code that is injected in this function. So before the body of the transfer function is executed, we will perform some checks, some security checks inside the modifier. So this line is run, and then this underscore means that the rest of the body of the function will run. We have another check in here, and if it returns false, it will revert and throw an error. Let's just put the error up here. So then we have our balances changed In the message sender, we'll deduce the amount and we'll add it to the balance of the recipient. Then we transfer the amount, so this is the register and this is the real transfer, and we will emit an event. The event notifies us that something happened in the blockchain. Let us define this event up here. Here it is. This is the basic structure of a smart contract. I forgot to add the 20 to the ERC when I created the constructor, but if we compile the code, we will see that it compiles now. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can be notified when I upload the next video. Thanks for watching.